So we talked about goldfish in general, but today I'm going to show you guys how we're going to set up an aquarium for goldfish in two very simple ways. So an empty setup, an empty aquarium setup for goldfish is among the safest and most common ways to keep one. So one of the reasons why people a lot of times opt for an empty aquarium setup like this is because of the nature of goldfish itself is to always like dig into the substrate, dig into the sand. So you won't get issues with like sand like blocking up like their gills. The predictability of cleaning it because it's just empty glass. If you see poop at the bottom, you can just siphon it out. If you see algae on the glass, you can just clean it out. It's not necessarily low maintenance, but it's predictable. So we're going to set up a hang on the back filter, but what we're going to do is that we're going to change out the built-in filters on the hang on back, and then we're going to replace them with just sponge and some biomedia. So the reason why we change the sponges and we add biomedia is because in an empty aquarium like this, first of all, you're going to get quite a lot of waste products being made from the fish, you know, the poop and all that stuff. So you need some extra filtration in terms of like the bacteria formation and also the filtration. Because if we take one of the carbon filters that's coming with the hang on the backs, it's just not sufficient, it's too thin. So in this other aquarium that I'm going to show you is if you want to have an aquarium with some decor, then there's some things you need to consider. So this is why we consider an ideal, safe aquascape for a goldfish. You have smooth rocks all around because what goldfish will tend to do is that they'll go at the bottom of the aquarium and start like touching it and like start like putting their bodies onto it. They're going to like suck it a little bit as well. So the choice of sand is very important. You need to make sure that the sand is a very fine type. It needs to be able to pass through their gills or pass through their stomachs rather easily. If you have something in between, something that's like somewhat coarse but still it's like able to be sucked up by the goldfish, what happens is that it gets stuck in the gills or it can get stuck in their intestines and such. So you don't want that and they can't pass through. And now it's time to add the goldfish. So for a size of an aquarium like this, I've chosen to only put at most 3 goldfish. For a lot of people, especially in Asia, we kind of think that like this might be a little too little. as in like they want to put more things, but you have to first calm down. It's difficult to put any kind of like plants to help with filtration because the goldfish is going to wreck everything. If your bio load is too high, you're going to get ammonia nitrate problems. You don't want that. What I would recommend is, if you want to add anything, so just add some algae eaters, either a couple autosyncluses, hailstream loach, snails, that kind of thing. The other thing you need to think about is that the goldfish, they will grow bigger than this, to the point where like this is just enough for them. I wouldn't go any less, and I would actually go more if possible. As long as the water is clean, as long as you're giving them the right amount of food, as long as the fish itself aren't diseased, their fins are nice and healthy and long, that's the most important bit at the end of the day. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and if you want to see our other videos, you can check out the channel. And if you want to see more from us, we're gonna have an aquascaping how-to in the next one, and also how to stock up with different kinds of fish. Thank you, and remember guys, don't drown.